All right, you got to check out this automated NQ pivot strategy. We developed this strategy back in, I believe, September or August 2024. And I made a YouTube video on it, giving the source code away for free. It's been on an absolute tear since we developed it. So we finished development on my screen here it was around September. So it was around here. It was at equity peaks, and it's continued to make equity peaks since then, making new highs since September 2024, doing incredible in this crazy tariff Trump market. Now, a lot of automated strategies don't do this well. Most of them lose money or kind of go flat. So to see a strategy make an additional, $50,000 per contract, per NQ contract, in about 2 to 3 quarters is incredible. So I want to talk about how we made this strategy, how it works, and kind of give you guys a glimpse of what good automated trading systems are made of. So here's the overall backtest results. This is NinjaTrader. And obviously I showed you the equity curve. Now everything to the left of my mouse was a blend of in and out of sample data. So it doesn't really count because it's backtest. What matters is, okay, how has the strategy done since development? So since then, obviously it's done very, very well. Personally, I started trading it about here. So I was able to gain quite a bit from this strategy, but I actually did start it at equity peaks. Personally, I run strategies in a sim incubation environment for at least 30 days. This one I actually ran for more than 30 days and started trading it here and obviously benefit from it. Sometimes you start strategies at equity peaks and it feels like, it's a bad time to start the strategy because it's at all-time highs. It's going to do a pullback and get into a drawdown and going to be down right away. And in reality, you don't really know. The best practice I recommend is definitely run it in a sim environment for a minimum of 30 days to see if it makes money, and only start trading the strategy once it does start making money. And obviously it did start making money since then. So yeah, incredible performance since then. Let's take a look at the source code here. We gave away the strategy as part of our newsletter. So if you do join it below, you will get access to the strategy. It uses the Camarilla pivots function. So basically it's once the close price crosses above a support, you can see S1 here for support. So once the close crosses above that S1, it's going to be going long. And then for the short side, it looks like if the close is crossing below the third resistance, it's going to be going short. I have so many strategies that, I don't know off the top of my head the source code for all of them. So that's a short trade, and then a long trade, and then it has a profit target and stop loss in ticks. It trades on 1 minute bars and during the cash session, which is 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. We can see some of the trades and how it interacts. So it actually does pretty well on the choppy days. It's able to catch those, usually the levels between the pivots. We can see on this day, relatively low volatility in NQ, and it's able to, hit profit target after profit target. It's one of its best days, actually. So very, very well. So how did we develop this strategy? Well, what we did is we used our tool called StratGen, which helps you find strategy ideas and test them in a streamlined fashion. If you want to get access to StratGen, see the links in the description below. But if we go to our StratGen strategy generator here in NinjaTrader, you can see we have add signals here on the right, and you can add, when I say add signal, basically you can test multiple different indicators. So I'll load a preloaded template. Say we wanted to build hedge long strategies where we wanted to hedge the downside, load that template, and then we can see on the right, as I expand this arrow, we're going to see a bunch of signals populated, and then we can actually start finding strategies, right? So it hasn't loaded all the signals. It only loads basically hedge longing trades. So it's essentially buying the dip type of signals, crossing below an RSI or crossing below a simple moving average, that sort of thing. And then if I hit run, it'll start finding strategies for us. But that's how we found the strategy. Of course, we did in and out of sample testing, robustness testing. I did that all prior to releasing the video so I could give you that finished strategy. But yeah, this pivot strategy is killing it in this Trump market, in this wild, new volatile market where VIX is, I believe it crossed the 60 handle the other day, which hasn't been seen in a while. So anyways, hope you found value in this video. If you want to learn more about automated trading, how to build bots like this NQ pivot strategy and start testing them properly in a professional manner, see the links in the description below. And we'll see you next week, guys. Bye-bye.